up, Fendi? What's going on? Oh yeah, that's right. We were gonna go and talk to the consort.
Septimus has sent word. Apparently, he sought the consort's forgiveness.
That's right. It was a long
So
time
far, so good. Just finished a game of D&D, and now we're gonna play some Mass Effect. Hopefully we'll actually get out of the Citadel this section, because holy shit, we were stuck here all session last time. There she is.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
Oh nice, I got an achievement for that. Glad to hear it. No problem. Let's talk payment. Oh, which one did you pick? Are you doing the original Lords of the Fallen, or are you doing the remake? There is a difference between the two games. That's why I asked.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you're interested.
Hi, Chrissy. Of course, very. What is it?
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see your skin, tough as the scales on any Turian, unyielding, a wall between you and everyone else, but it protects you, makes you strong. It is that strength that people are drawn to. It is why you lead and others follow without question. You will need that leadership in the battles to come. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
Very astute. Thank you. That's it? Oh, if it's that one, Fendi, then you chose the remake of Lords of the Fallen. That's a good game. I started a playthrough of it with a couple of friends, though I only got... Shoot, I don't even think halfway through.
You have quite a gift, Shayera.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
A trinket? Thank you. I would say so, Fendi. You've played Souls games, like, rather extensively, I would assume, right? Okay, gotcha, Deej.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you.
Alright, sure.
Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Cool, I got some Paragon points for that too. Nice. If I could compare it to something for you, I would say it plays very similarly to... It's a combination of Dark Souls 3's combat with Bloodborne's, like, world and lore building. It's a really good game. It's fun, but I gotta admit, it's pretty damn tough. I hope you're willing to get lost a little bit, because it's a pretty big game. Oh, nice, we leveled up. Power up our electronics. Put another point into our charm, because that's what we want. Put another point into soldier, and then one into assault rifles. Then for Caden, we will do sentinel and barrier, which will unlock stasis. Okay. Level 7 so far, and we've only really had... one major mission where there was combat? Alright, so we haven't really found that. We're still looking for information that'll help Miss Wong. We still don't have enough for the Hanar just yet, I don't think. So we'll come back for that just a little longer. Then there's the two things which are outside of the Citadel. And there also is the signal that we have to follow, which is here in the Presidium, and it's with... Oh. God, I wish that map button had a hotkey. Oh, that's with Bar Levon. That's right. I don't think we should talk to Barla without Garrus. So, yeah, I definitely think it's time that we actually go and talk to Garrus. That's our main mission, which is the med clinic, and that's downstairs. Alright, where is one of those fast travel stations? Damn it! I wish there was a hotkey for the map, but there isn't one. Okay. Go down to the wards and the med clinic. I knew exploring around would actually be to my benefit. It'll make getting around now much easier. Okay, here we are. Damn it! Yes, Deej, I know.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now, if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you?
Let her go.
Nice shot, Garrus. Did you guys see any enemies there?
Area secured.
Must have been the wind. I sure didn't see any bad guys there.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
It was a big risk. No problem. Nice shot. Hi, Garrus.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle.
Brother, that
you
wasn't
hurt?
lucky. That was a clean shot to the head.
No, I'm okay.
Also, hi,
Thanks to
welcome
you,
in.
all of you.
Nice to see another new face. We can protect you. Who were those men? Tell me what happened.
I know those men threatened you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What about Saren? Quarian? ...2007, if you can believe it. I'm playing the HD re-release of the original trilogy here. We're not playing Andromeda because that game is not good. This game is almost 20 years old. The HD graphics and the overhaul and stuff are nice, but the age of this game very much still shows.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd
Yes.
been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Where'd she go? Go on. So what I'm playing this off of is called the Mass Effect Legendary Collection. It's the first 3 Mass Effect games all in one package, all with the DLC included, which was pretty nice. As far as I know, I'm not sure. I don't exactly know what the specs were when they updated everything. But it's not exactly like a from-the-ground-up remake. It's more like they just did some visual touch-ups, and then they probably smoothed and streamlined everything. Something I wish they would do for Dragon Age, but I don't ever think we're going to get that, which sucks. Where'd she go?
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
Look, that hurts me as much as it hurts you, dude. You think I'm happy about that? Of course not. Nah, my buddy Deej here is really big into Dragon Age. Per my recommendation there, and since I recommended him the series, he's been hooked. The problem is, Dragon Age has not gotten the same treatment that Mass Effect has, and I, for the life of me, do not understand why. If they re-release the first 3 Dragon Age games as a collection like they did for Mass Effect, BioWare and EA would, oh god, it would look amazing. It would be a killing. I would get it. No, I know. It really doesn't look good. I know it doesn't. The game's age definitely shows. But for 2007, this game was pretty damn impressive. But again, that's a 20-year difference. Yeah, I would probably say so. The aliens definitely got the best treatment here. We'll go with evidence.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
We need to find her. But Fist has her. We don't have anything yet. I mean, the obvious answer is the good guy answer. We need to find her. No, you're absolutely right. Like, by comparison, Half-Life and this is leaps and bounds, but even despite its age, Half-Life 2 still looks amazing. Like, I actually just recently watched a documentary about the Half-Life series, and it's so good.
This is your show, Shepard, but I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Why do you hate Saren? Okay, forget it. I mean, obviously, Garrus is coming with us. I definitely think that gets a lot better as the series goes on. This is only the first Mass Effect game. As the series goes into 2 and 3, I think they do a much better job with the overall presentation for the characters. The facial animations look a lot better. Just everything.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
You made your case.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
We could use him.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the C-Sec Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Move out.
Ah, yep. Here's our crew. We're only missing 3 members. 2 once we recruit Rex. Alright. So we're going with Ashley and Garrus. 2 squad mates. Sorry, Kaidan, you're on the bench. We don't need you anymore. Now, however, I do have to level up Garrus. Alright. How many skill points do we have? And what are his unique things? You'll find my friend Deej here is no friend of Caden's. He cannot stand this man, which I find really funny. Okay, tactical armor, able to equip light armor, unlocks medium. Turian agent. Required military service of his people has given Garrus expert training in assault and sniper rifles. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see. I want to focus on Garrus's combat expertise. We don't really need any of his unique abilities for, like, decryption or dampening or anything like that. Actually, his dampening ability could be useful. So, I'll spec into that at least. Then we'll put points into into assault rifle to unlock Garrus' sniper rifle spec. Oh yeah, definitely. Open up assassination. Put 1 point into Turian agent and 1 into tactical armor. Nice. So between him and Ashley, we've got our assault and gunfire covered. Then I've got our hacking aspects covered, and at some point or another, I'll spec into my biotic abilities. I was going to turn Caden into our biotic, but we don't really need him now. Oh, man, I hate that I keep doing that. Okay, first things first. Fist, a former agent of the information dealer known as the Shadow Broker, has arranged a meeting with the Quarian who has evidence against Saren. Okay. Fist, a crime lord hiding out of the ball called Chora's Den, is in the lower wards. Meeting with a Quarian who has proof Saren is working with the Geth. We have to go to C-Sec Academy to go and talk to Rex. So that's our next stop. We'll head to Chora's Den after we've got Rex in the party. I want Rex. Rex is probably going to be our tank. Even more than Ashley. Krogan are scary. And I am really looking forward to having him in the crew. Let's see. That's the consort chambers. Ward location, C-Sec. Ah, there's Rex.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
God, I love Rex. He's so cool.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard. You will. Fist is mine. No, Rex is so damn cool. I absolutely love this man. He's not my favorite party member, but he's up there. I think we should politely introduce ourselves.
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard.
Hey, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
We're both warriors,
Based.
Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
Welcome aboard. So you'll join? I like that saying. Man, Rex is so damn cool.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Rex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Okay. Ashley, I hate to do this to you, girl, but you're going on the bench. We're taking Rex and Garrison with us here. Nice. Our combat skills are evened out with the three of us. Alright, now to level up Rex. Krogan Battlemaster. Yep, Urdnot Rex. What are his unique abilities? Rex is one of the last true Krogan Battlemasters, as they are a dying breed for which the rest of the galaxy is grateful. Improved health regen, increased physical resistance, and increased melee damage. He's proficient in assault rifles and shotguns. He's got combat armor, which is medium, increased to heavy. He's got warp, throw, and barrier. Plus, he's also got stasis. Alright. Rex is going to be our tank. So we're going to bump him up with shotguns. He's going to be our shotgun specialist. Bump some points up into Krogan Battlemaster. And put 2 specs into shotgun. We'll worry about his unique abilities for biotic stuff later. But I want to turn him into our powerhouse. Hell yeah. Alright, now, let's spec our crew out here really quick. So, let's see. Garrus is proficient with sniper rifles and assault rifles. Excuse me. I think he's fine with the sniper he's got. I'll give him the assault 2. We're gonna need to get unique armor for these two, since the armor we have is only for humans. Stuff we've got won't help them. Now, do I have any good shotguns to give him? Yup, I sure do. Ain't gotta be accurate if you're just gonna blast somebody in the head from close range. That'll work. Okay. Now then. Okay. From here, before we go and talk to Fist, let's go and deal with that loose thread up in the Presidium. We've got that jamming signal that we have to go and deal with. The closest place to there is the Financial District. Oh, that graphical pop-in is so ugly. Oh, man. Oh. Guess we don't really have to talk to Bar Levon now. But we do have to deal with this.
Another relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidium.
Alright. How dare you? The last communications relay shows that the signal's final destination is in the back room of the Emporium in the financial district of the Presidium. The Emporium? Oh, wait a minute! It's here! Yep, here it is.
This is it. I'll see if I can find out where those stolen credits are going.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Uh-oh.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're sentient? What are you? Well, this isn't what I expected. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Huh. How do we want to tackle this? If we move, we blow up. I say we play this smooth here, dude.
You're not just a programmer of VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that, when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Huh. Okay. Let's investigate. Creator's location.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by C-Sec officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Reason for self-destruct?
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Your creator?
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
Reason for theft?
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Okay, so this thing is dangerous. If we let this thing go, we're going to have a problem. The problem is, if we do this wrong, we're probably dead. I feel like talking this thing down would be the correct choice. It's that or we explode. Yes, it is an AI, which is exactly why I think reasoning with it might not be completely out of the realm of possibility. Unless you want to try to call that bluff.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
Commander, AIs are universally illegal. They must be destroyed upon contact without exception.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
Do we want to call bullshit? We can try and call its bluff.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
Oh, alright. So, we don't really have a choice here, do we? Shit. Alright. We can't keep talking in circles with this thing. Yeah, guess so. Enough talk.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Okay. override the system. Enter override sequence. Got it. Yeah, exactly. Our character is built for this shit. Nice try, Mr. AI. You lose. We probably would have actually died there if I had screwed that up. Thankfully, I didn't. We are going to save after that, though, because I'm not doing that again. And we leveled up off that, too, which is sick. Alright, let's go... Another point into electronics and another point into decryption. Oh, for Garrus, we will power up his... We'll power up his unique spec here. That'll improve his accuracy with all his weapons. Now for Rex, we'll put his points into his shotgun to get Carnage. Okay. Now then, I think it's time we paid a visit to Chora's den. I think we need to go and have a conversation with Mr. Fist. Well, maybe murder.
I'm on it.
Ah, I guess they knew we were coming. Rex, I love you, brother, but I can't shoot past your thick skull.
I will destroy you.
Use Overkill. Use Carnage. Then I will use Overload.
Watch out!
Yeah, he did just run in. Are you gonna say no to the 7-foot-tall man made of nothing but meat and rage? I sure as shit ain't.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back, or we'll shoot.
We have an option for actually doing the non-lethal route here. It's them or us. They work for Fist. Nobody threatens me. You can go and save yourselves. Honestly, these guys are just warehouse workers. They're non-collateral. They didn't shoot at us first. I say we give them a break.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
Smart decision, boys. Why don't you go and find a new line of work?
Would've been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Yes, Rex, it would have been quicker, but... that's not how we do things here. Hey, what can I say, dude? We have the gift of gab. Oh, damn it.
Take cover! Enemies everywhere!
Let's see. Overload. Carnage.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Now you don't wanna die, Fist? Alright. You better start talking. Smart move. I need information. Or actually just start talking. Hey, I mean, I don't dislike Ashley, and I don't despise Kaidan the same way you do, but the other characters I just like better.
Where's the Quarian?
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker. Ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
We have to save her. Where's the meeting? You son of a bitch.
Give me the location. Now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
What are you doing? The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
He'd surrendered. Never do that again. He deserved it. Remember, we're the good guy, but we're the good guy that believes in the five-finger discount. Fist was kind of a dick, so this is one of the few options where I think I will pick the Renegade choice. He deserved it.
A lot of people died because of him. He had it coming. Now let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
Nice. I'll take that optic disc, too. Oh, Garrus. Oh, we're actually on a time limit here. Come on. More guards? We'll make it. We'll be fine.
Go, go, go!
Thanks, boys.
Perimeter secure.
Okay, so back alleys, save the Quarian. Come on. Oh, we're exactly where we need to be.
Did you bring it?
Tally!
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off. Shep. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Are you okay? I took care of him. Give me the evidence. There she is, Tali Zora Naraya. I love Tali. She's such a cinnamon roll. Shouldn't we ask if she's okay before anything else? Although, yes, that is also true. Excuse me.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
A friend. I'm with the Alliance. Somebody that just saved your life.
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many...
Hi,
Who's
Udina.
this? The Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
She can help us. Just doing my job. Shut up and I'll tell you. Man, look at this ragtag group we've got here. Garrus, Tali, Rex, and my stupid ass. Man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do too, but...
Making your day, Ambassador? She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
Please continue. What about Saren? Get to the point. Pilgrimage? Yeah, this pilgrimage she's talking about is a really big thing for the Quarians. Okay, so... Your rough TLDR here is... The Quarians are, I believe they are an aquatic race. These are the people that created the Geth. Unfortunately, as you know, the Geth went out of control, and in the ensuing conflict... The Quarians were driven from their homeworlds and essentially driven into exile, if not outright near extinction. Those suits that they're wearing are not only biosuits, they're also life support systems. The Quarians' physical biology is extremely weak, so they don't have a very strong immune system. If they're out of that biosuit for even just a little bit, they could get deathly sick and die just like that. So you never actually see what most of the Quarians look like out of their armor. No, she's sentient life. She's organic. She's not a robot. Now let's ask about this pilgrimage.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
Kind of get the idea now? And what exactly is this something of value?
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Please continue.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
Is that true? Go on. Oh, I adore Tali. She's awesome. By the way, Tali, romance option.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
That is Liara. We've got him. What's the conduit? Though I don't know if Tali is as well. I know Liara is, but I don't know about Tali. Also, I don't even think you can romance her in the first game. I think you have to wait until at least 2 or 3.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Reapers? What are they? Reapers? Sounds familiar. I know what they are.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
She's right. It's true. It's not far-fetched. Yeah, uh-huh. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us here, dude. The one character you want, we can't touch until the second game, minimum. I know, Deej, I know.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They need to know. Will they believe it? Don't tell them. I mean, yeah, we're gonna need to tell them. We may not like the Council, but this is something I definitely think they need to know.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her, the Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
You could be useful. Join us. You're not ready for this. What about your quest? What about your quest?
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
You could be useful.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
There! We're missing all but one
Henderson
member of the
and I
crew.
will go ahead to get things ready with the council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Considering we probably are going to need Tali for this, let's bring Tali and Garrus. That's it. We've got everybody in the crew other than Liara. Besides, now that we have Tali in the party, I want to level her up. Oh, damn it. You have saved the Quarian, and she gave you the evidence linking Saren to the Geth. Ambassador Udina is going to present this evidence to the Council. Return to the tower. You should be there when the Ambassador presents the evidence to the Council. Return to the tower in the Presidium. No, you would be correct. Also, we need to go back down and talk to Emily. We have Fist's, thing that we looted off his corpse. She's gonna want that. The information you found in Fist's hideout will help Miss Wong with her report on corruption. Go to the upper ward to deliver it to her. We also leveled up again. Hell yeah, we're already level 9 and the game's only really just started. Cap out our electronics for now. And put another point into decryption. There shall be nothing in this game that is locked off to us. I refuse. Power up Turian Agent, and boost up Sniper Rifle. Now, Tali. Pistols, shotguns, basic armor, first aid, electronics, dampening, decryption, hacking. Grants the AI hacking ability, which makes artificial enemies go berserk and attack each other. Oh, she's going to be useful against the Geth. Quarian Machinist. Though young, Tali is a true genius when it comes to dealing with mechanical or electronic equipment. Increased tech resistance and increased shields. Hacking. Yes. I don't have that specification, but she sure does. Let's power up her pistols as well, to give her access to shotguns. Increase her basic armor. Put one thing into AI hacking to unlock the ability, and we'll put 2 into Quarian Machinist. We'll level up everybody else once we get back to the Normandy. Yeah, that's the thing with all the Quarians. If you look really closely at their helmets...
Could you spare a moment of your time?
Oh, hello. You are a person? What do you want?
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
I'm happy to help. I'm listening. What is it? Oh, I love the Quarians. I think they're super cool. But I've said that about a lot of things in this game. Can you tell I really like this game? It's been a long time since I played through this, and this revisit has been a trip down memory lane. It's been kind of fun. I forgot how good this game was, if a little clunky.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime. I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Did they say why? Let me help. That's garbage. I figured you would. You loved Dragon Age, and this is the exact same team. It's just Dragon Age in space. That's really the easiest way to describe it.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
We'll put this right. I'll find out. This is pointless. I think I might have a rough idea as to why this guy's request was denied. Probably because of something top secret that had to do with the Geth. But I think we should at least try to give this guy some closure. Then we'll put this right.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
Okay, so this guy's up in the bar over this way. Alright. A Mr. Bosker, huh? Okay. I'm sure the head of CSEC just loves us, by the way. Because we've been causing a lot of problems since we got here. There he is, Clerk Bosker.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
I'm here for Samish. I hope so. Will you stop stealing corpses? I mean, I definitely think we should just be up front. I hope you have a good reason as to why you're keeping this man's wife away from him. Again, I have a feeling it's got something to do with the Geth. There was probably nothing left for them to recover. That, or she got turned into a husk. That's my guess as to what happened here.
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
Sorry about that. I had to shoo Sonia away out of something. She's toxic? You're running tests. So she's being mauled? Yeah, her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon, which means she probably got impaled on one of those dragon's teeth.
You think that her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
Length of research.
How long do you think this research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
Number of bodies?
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
Results of research?
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
Okay. Before we make any major decisions here, I think we should at least pass the information on and see what he says. If he's still insistent that he wants his wife back, then I think we should honor that request. But if he's fine with her being used for research, that's his decision. At least that's a choice he gets to make. You know what I mean?
I'll tell Mr. Bhatia about this. It might make it easier for him to understand.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Please let me know if you have any other questions.
Hello, Commander. Has any progress been made with Mr. Bosker? Will he return my wife's body?
There's a problem. Goodbye. They're running tests. I would say there's a problem.
It's not as simple as I'd hoped. The military needs your wife's body for important tests.
Tests? They're holding my wife's body for tests?
Yeah, that's what I
My
figured.
wife served the Alliance faithfully. She gave her life for humanity. And this is how they repay her.
Okay, so we can either use our gift of gab to convince the guy to let his wife go, or we can convince him to let them know that this is important for research. I'm a sentimental sort. I definitely think that if something like this were to happen to anyone I knew, or me, I really would rather have I would really rather be back with my family. That's me, though. I could see both sides of this. Neither is inherently wrong. It really is just down to a moral choice. But give him... Yeah, okay. I figured.
It is unacceptable. I'll let you know what I can do.
Thank you. Please let me know what can be done.
All right, time to use our gift of gab. That is true.
Hello again, Commander. Can I help you?
This isn't right. I think we'll use our charm option here. It's definitely going to get us the better results. We have it. Let's use it, right?
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
I do, and you're wrong. It's not worth it. At what cost? Yes, I do understand the lengths we go through, and this is still wrong. This man deserves his closure. Exactly. I do, and you're wrong.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I am out here fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Thank you, Bosker. 8 Paragon points for that. Let's go. Oh, that's Executor Palin. Mr. Bhatia?
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
She's coming home. It's done. I took care of it. I would say she's coming home. Excuse me.
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Take care, Mr. Bhatia. I hope things go better for you from here. Okay. Do we want to try to resolve the dispute between the Hanar and the CSEC officer now? Now that our charm is, what, I think 5? You're fine, Chrissy. Thanks for even just stopping by to lurk. I really appreciate it. You go get some sleep, okay? I hope you feel better soon. Son of a bitch. Well, let's find out.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
I'll keep working on it.
This was...
Any progress with that Hanar?
Sorry, I'll let you know if I come up with something.
I don't care what the something is, as long as it rids me of the Hanar.
Okay, we didn't immediately get any options, but maybe it's because we haven't hit the right dialogue trees yet, so let's see.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
This isn't the way.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
We do have enough. We do. We can talk to the Hanar if we want to do, the Paragon option. This is unworthy of you. Are we going to do it? This would peacefully resolve the situation.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
They wouldn't want this. Not this way. You insult their memory. Oh, I don't want to go with that option. That's mean.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
Nice! 8 Paragon points. Now let's talk to the guard.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Not a problem. My pleasure. It had to be done. It feels kind of bad to shut down him preaching like that, but... what can you do?
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Hey! 10 Omnigel, plus we got another level up all that. You're right, you're right. More points into decryption. So Master Sabotage and... yeah, there's that too. You're right. We actually almost have enough in both our decryption and electronic skills to completely be able to open any door. We almost have Master Overload, we just unlock Master Saboteur. Hell yeah! We shall be the master of unlocking. There shall be no door that we cannot open. No secret we cannot acquire. And all that without even leaving the Citadel. The game just started. Holy shit. I don't want Tali getting that close, honestly. I think mastering her pistol spec is like the same thing I'm going to do for me. And we'll power up Quarry and Machinist as well. Again, we'll level up the others as we go in. We'll go through the Codex once we make it back to the Normandy. Yeah, uh-huh. I have said this over and over again, dude. There's a reason I play rogues in games like this, because I hate being locked out of shit.
There's no way the Council can ignore us this time. Zaren's days as a Spectre are done.
If the evidence is worth trying to kill me for, I hope it is sufficient to motivate the Council.
Well, I mean, technically we're a rogue. We're just a rogue that uses psionics and technology. We're a futuristic rogue. Gonna lie, it's nice, not gonna lie, it's kind of nice to be able to do this kind of thing myself, because I always had to make sure that I had another character in my party while I was playing a soldier that could handle the locks, because I couldn't. Mr. Anderson.
Come on. Udina's presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Matriarch Benezia? Another traitor. They already yanked our chain once, dude. Did you think they were gonna do it twice?
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth revere them. Saren's trying to bring them back, and that's why they're following Saren. I mean, they already don't look at us very favorably. Keep that in mind. And yeah, I could see why you would be skeptical about that, because that was super easy to just be like, here's the proof you wanted. Yes, that is correct. We are both. We're biotic and tech, because that's the class we picked. That's why we can do both.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Not yet. Does it matter? It's trouble.
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
The Reapers are real. You doubted me before. Don't be a fool. By the way, Deej, you want a little bit of subtle foreshadowing here, or not so subtle? We've actually seen one of the Reapers already.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
Do you remember that ship that we saw on Eden Prime? The thing that looked like a gigantic clawed hand? keep that in the back of your mind for right now. I've seen them. Can't you understand? You're wrong.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
So you'll do nothing? Then send me. Same old story. Put me in, coach! Let us do it! Yeah, Udina is not helping our case. Not at all.
I can take Saren down.
The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
It's the best solution. I'm ready. Quit holding us back.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Oh, that smirk. We got quite a crowd gathering here. Would you look at that?
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
Thank you. What happens now? About time.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Got any leads?
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Sweet!
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Yay! Achievement! Spectre inductee! We also got an achievement right as we finished that up for having Garrus with a couple of missions.
Grateful. He didn't even thank you.
I don't blame him. It's no big deal. Figures.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Spectre bonus! Spectre training talents unlocked. We leveled up again. You have proven Saren is connected with the Geth. As a reward, the Council has granted you Spectre status and commissioned you to track down the rogue Spectre. The Ambassador will provide you with ship and crew. Meet him down at the Alliance docking bay, accessible through the central elevator in the CSEC Academy. There we go. Spectre training. Elite agents of the Council, the Spectres have access to special training unavailable anywhere else in the galaxy. Increase health, accuracy, effectiveness of all attacks and powers, and grants the Unity ability. Unity. Restore dead squad members with 30% of their health and 50% of their shields. There we go. Master Overload. We are now the masters of unlocking. How many points do we have to spend? I think we've got, what, one more? Yes. Then we will increase our charm. We'll cap our charm out, I think. Now for Garrus. Spec into his sniper rifles, and into Turian Agent, excuse me. Spec into pistols for Tali, and into Quarry and Machinist. Alright. Hell yeah. Pretty sweet. Whoop. I got stuck.
He's okay.
That. What's this? Another side quest?
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
What's wrong?
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
More than I like. Yes, I'm Commander Shepard. I'm not doing it on purpose. Also, you're one to talk. You're the first one to being like, no, I want to shoot this guy. Fuck him. You're the gung-ho one, not me.
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Attacked? Those are both bad. Uh-huh. You can try to justify it all you want.
Neither one of those options leaves a lot of hope.
I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
Your brother's ship.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
The authorities?
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
A reward?
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
To hell with it. We're heading out that way already. Why not? I don't think it'll hurt to look. We should be fine, yeah?
If your brother is still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
Yeah, exactly. We're heading out into the Traverse anyway to look for Saren. Might as well do some good deeds while we're at it. A little bit. I'm okay, though. I'll be alright.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. Also, that was another journal update. We got another side quest off that. The UNC Privateers. A man named Gareth has asked you to look for his missing brother. Gareth feels his brother's ship may have fallen victim to privateers while traveling through the Strennis system. Here it is, UNC Missing Survey Team. Newest vids indicate that a survey team in the Hades Gamma cluster recently dropped out of contact. Go to Hades Gamma and find out what happened. Alright, where's that fast travel section? Here it is. Ward locations to CSEC, please. And since we're here... Damn it. He mentioned something about talking to the Rex officer. Why don't we go and give him a chat? Now that we have Spectre status, maybe he'll give us some extra stuff.
Hello, Commander.
I need supplies.
Show me what you got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I'd heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
It's no problem.
Just show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Fuck yeah! We're still kind of a broke-ass bitch. 100,000, 300,000 credits! Blood and darkness! Bruh. Yeah, we can't even afford the cheap shit. And even if we could, I don't really want to burn the credits we have. I think we'll have better luck just finding stuff, at least for right now. Yeah, no, sorry. For those prices, no thanks. Jesus. Oh, shut up. Damn it. It's not my fault we played so much Hades.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
We are here. Uh-huh.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
What?
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I will. What's going on? Forced retirement? Excuse me. Yeah. We got our ship, and we have our crew. We're captain of the Normandy now, I guess.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Any word on Saren? There's more to this.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
You should have told me. What went wrong? You hid this from me? Oh! I guess that drunkard down in Chora's den wasn't lying. He told the truth. Anderson was a Spectre candidate. I'll be damned. I thought that drunkard was just blowing bullshit. Guess he wasn't. That means everything else he said was probably true too, about Saren and everything.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
You can count on me. Any word on Saren, Saren will pay. You can count on me, sir. Especially since Captain Anderson's been a really good bloke. Unlike Ambassador Udina, Anderson's really stepped up to bat for us. He's a good man.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
What about the Reapers? Is that it?
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Count on me. Is that it? I'm on it.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Okay, we have an option. Where are we going? Pharos, Noveria, or Artemis Tau? We've got Geth sightings at both Pharos and Noveria, but if we want to go and recruit Liara, we have to go to Artemis. What do you think, Deej? Where do you want to start? Artemis Tau? All right.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll be careful. It might be necessary. That's your job. I mean, I don't think we should lie to him. There are necessary risks with this position. But I think we should at least tell him we'll be careful to assuage his old mind.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
All right, Anderson, let's talk.
Yes, Commander?
Are you okay? Investigate. You work with the Spectres. All right, let's get some information on where we're going. Let's start with Pharos.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. but some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Tell me about Noveria.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Noveria respects. But they aren't popular.
And Artemis Tau?
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. T'Soni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Now the other two questions. Are you okay? You worked with the Spectres. First things first, I want to ask him, dude, are you good?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Shall we ask him about him and his past with Saren? Because I'm sure you're just as curious as I am.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why hide this? What happened? You lied to me. Damn it. Ugh. I'm fine.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
What happened?
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
But something went wrong.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
Was anyone hurt? That's a little extreme. It's a good plan.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
A 500 body death toll just from that one explosion. Wow. Oh, the others will chime in when they need to chime in, I'm sure. But yeah, Kaidan was really talkative. And now that we don't have him in the party, it's kind of weird. You got blamed?
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
It wasn't your fault. Forget about the past. That's not fair.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
That's not fair.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
It wasn't your fault.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he just likes the violence.
This doesn't matter.
Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep
The only thing
humans...
I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
All right, we've done everything there. Goodbye.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Take care, Captain. Godspeed, sir. All right.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics.
Sup, Joker?
Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
This feels wrong. I'm ready. Also, thanks for the vote of confidence there, Joker. Really appreciate it, brother. Jeez.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
I need to be honest with them. Let's keep this short. Now we do things my way. I mean, I think the crew deserves honesty. This is going to be an uphill battle, if not an outright suicide mission. We're going into uncharted territory to hunt down the best Spectre that the Council had. This is not going to be easy. It's a hell of a tall order we've got ourselves here. You know, with just a side of preventing galactic genocide on top of it. No pressure, right?
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Humanity must do its part. Eden Prime was just the start. Nobody's gonna help us. Saren will be ready for us.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Saren will be ready for us. Eden Prime was just the start. Saren cannot hide from us. We must not fail.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Saren will be ready for us. Everyone is counting on us. We must not fail. We have no other options. Also, hi, Kaidan.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Everyone is counting on us. We must not fail. We have no other options. Fuck off, Kaidan. Every single time you do that, it makes me laugh. It's so funny.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain would be proud.
I won't let him down. Not if we fail. He doesn't matter anymore. Oh, come on. I hate being Renegade Shepard. Renegade Shepard is such an asshole. I can't think of a single person who plays this game specifically to be Renegade Shepard. It doesn't feel good. At least not to me. But maybe some people actually like being a dick.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice! +4 Paragon points for that. Let's go.
Commander, something you need?
Ship status report.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I just want to talk.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I didn't mean to insult you. What disease? Are you contagious? Oh my god, I hate Renegade Shepard so much. Now, see, Joker might be coming off as kind of crass here, but he really did earn all those high marks. Joker's a damn good pilot. The Normandy's lucky to have him, and honestly, he's just super freaking cool.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Yeah, no kidding. So how'd you get your nickname?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Oh, that's really funny. That's no answer. Yeah, right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Tell me a little bit about your disease.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. I classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
Should we ask him how he does his job? Or do you maybe want to bounce off topics here, since this seems like a touchy subject?
Alright. I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I think we're good
I have
there.
to go.
All right, see ya.
You see kind of why I like him? Man's sassy, but he's super chill. I love Joker. Again, Normandy's lucky to have him as a pilot. Hello, Presley.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Brother. What do you mean by that?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Never turn away help. It's not just our problem.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
And now you're here?
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Goodbye.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, yep. Then we'll end with the Codex for tonight. Oh yeah, this is the major missions. Find Liara Tassoni. Liara Tassoni, an Asari archaeologist famed for her knowledge of the Protheans, is being sought by Saren. Her last known location is somewhere in the Artemis Tau cluster. Explore the uncharted worlds of Artemis Tau to find Liara. Geth Noveria, Geth interest. The Council has received reports of Geth interest in the corporate research colony of Noveria. The Council needs to know why. Head to Noveria to investigate reports of Geth on the world. Pharos, Geth attack. The Geth have attacked the world of Pharos. Your primary objective is to go to Zeus Hope Colony to investigate what Saren is after, and why he sent his Geth troops to the planet. Investigate Pharos to see why the colony was attacked by the Geth. Now then, we'll do our secondary stuff first, and then the primary. Secondary because I have to voice it, primary because it is voiced. Here we go. Quarian Pilgrimage. When the Quarians of the migrant fleet reach young adulthood, they must leave their birth ship and find a new crew to accept them as a permanent resident. To prove themselves, they must recover something of value. This is offered to their prospective captain as proof that they will not just be a mere burden on the shoestring resources of the ship. This process is called the pilgrimage. Stripped of ritual, the pilgrimage is merely an attempt to maintain genetic diversity within the small, relatively isolated population bases that make up the migrant fleet. If the young stayed and married within their birth fleet, the risk of inbreeding would increase sharply. Quarians are surgically fitted with their various immunity-boosting implants in preparation for leaving on their pilgrimage. Having grown up within the sterile, controlled environments of the migrant fleet ships, Quarians have virtually no natural immune system. See what I was talking about? Those virosuits are literally the only thing protecting them from getting sick and dying. And it doesn't take much. One crack or cut into that suit, you're done. Citadel and Galactic Government. Citadel Station, Citadel Security Service, CSEC for short. Citadel Security is a volunteer police service answering to the Citadel Council. There are 200,000 constables of CSEC are responsible for maintaining public order in the densely populated Citadel. They also provide pirate suppression, customs enforcement, and search and rescue throughout the Citadel cluster. CSEC has 6 different divisions. Enforcement, uniformed officers who patrol the Citadel and respond to emergencies. Investigation, detectives who puzzle out the truth behind the crimes and bring perpetrators to justice. Customs. Customs screens the thousands of passengers and cargo containers that pass through the Citadel ports every single day. Network deal with cybercrimes like identity and copyright theft, hacking and viral attacks, and illegal artificial intelligence. Special Response Force deal with hostage situations, bombs, and heavily armored criminals. In the unlikely event that the attackers board the Citadel, they are also the front line of defense, armed with military-grade equipment. Patrol, naval arm, with ship stations throughout Citadel cluster. Unlike the other divisions, they are rarely seen on the Citadel, nor do they stay in one place for too long. Joining CSEC is prestigious. Applicants must be sponsored by a Citadel counselor or the ambassador of an associate council race. Generally, applicants have many years of distinguished service in the military or police force of their nation, but an inexperienced applicant who demonstrates talent will be fairly considered. CSEC and Spectre are often at odds. Many CSEC members, notably current executor Venari Palin, believe that allowing suspectors to be above the law is a dangerous practice. The actions of Saren Arterius lead credence to this position. The Spectres, in turn, are aggravated when CSEC's dedication to procedure and due process hampers their investigation. Citadel Station, Presidium Ring. Excuse me. The ring is an enclosed loop of park-like spaces serving as the connecting point for the wards. The interior walls are lined with the embassies of influential species and private residence for the galaxy's elite. The Presidium is full of open air, restaurants, bars, and luxurious meeting areas. Gravity is about a third of Earth's normal gravity. A holographic sky is projected over the ceiling of the ring. Unlike the 24/7 bustle of the wards, the Presidium maintains a 20-hour day schedule, with a 6-hour night where the lights are dimmed and the sky goes through the night cycle. Officers and residents are often open to the interior, and it is not unusual for embassies to have no exterior walls at all. This does not cause a crime problem due to the heavy CSEC presence and ubiquitous monitoring platforms on the Presidium. Thieves are quickly identified and apprehended. The ring is the location of the Citadel spaceports. Being closer to the center of spin, there is less motion for a ship to match, and the reduced spin gravity makes handling cargo that much easier. Hundreds of ships pass through the Citadel every single day, and every species with an embassy is granted a private dock. The tower at the center of the ring holds the administration of the Citadel Council. The tower rises over 1 kilometer from the ring, appearing to thrust forward parallel to the ward arms. As the tower is at the center of the spin axis, it experiences little centrifugal force. Gravity is maintained using mass effect fields at a 90-degree angle to the ring and the ward. A counselor dock can be found at the base of the tower. While normally used for diplomatic couriers and Spectre business, the shuttles docked there can evacuate the council government in the event of an emergency. Citadel Station, the Serpent Nebula. The Citadel is surrounded by a blue-tinted reflection nebula. The light of the nebula is actually the light from the Citadel, scattered and reflected back at the station. At first, the Serpent Nebula was assumed to be made of microscopic construction debris. Prevailing theory holds that the Protheans used molecular nanotechnology to manufacture the incredibly durable materials used within the Citadel. But unlike other nebulas, the Serpent does not dissipate over time. Therefore, it must be replenished constantly. The current popular theory is that the non-recyclable waste collected by the Citadel Keepers is somehow rendered down to the atomic or even molecular level and ejected into the cloud. The thick nebula presents a navigational hazard. Beyond the relatively clear areas around the Citadel, electrical discharges are common. These are not blocked by a kinetic barrier, and can severely damage metal-framed starships. In addition, some dense knots of the dust can overwhelm the repulsions of kinetic barriers on smaller ships. If such a vessel is moving fast enough at the time, the effects are similar to being hit by a sandblaster. Attempting to reach the Citadel through open space navigation is unadvised. The only safe approach is through the various mass relays that orbit it. Citadel Station, Wars. The majority of the Citadel's population live in the wards, the 5 massive arms of the station that house the residents and commercial district. Many galactic races have established cultural enclaves here. Population density and cost of living are extremely high, akin to Earth cities such as Hong Kong and Singapore. The wards are open-topped, with skyscrapers rising from the superstructure. Towers are sealed against the vacuum, as the breathable atmosphere enveloped is only maintained to a height of about 7 meters. The atmosphere is contained by the centrifugal forces of rotation and a membrane of dense, colorless sulfur hexafluoride gas, held in place by carefully managed Mass Effect fields. The view from the wards is spectacular. In the background, stars, the Serpent Nebula, and the nearby blue giant called the Widow move across the sky as the station rotates to stabilize itself. In the foreground, the lights of buildings and vehicles in the opposing ward arms perpetually shine. The Citadel has no real day or night. While the station keeps to standard galactic time for political functions, businesses rarely close, and residents acclimate to sleep and work according to personal need rather than a day-night cycle. Additions and modifications are constantly being constructed, though they may stay within certain specifications that will not compromise the operation of the station. Occasionally, the Keepers will descend on an area of the wards and move or change the architecture without explanation. Residents have learned to live with these inexplicable intrusions. The Treaty of Ferricen. Due to the destructive potential of the Dreadnought, the Council races agreed that the Ferricen Naval Conference to a fixed ratio of Dreadnought construction between themselves. At the top of the pyramid is the peacekeeping Turian fleet. Below the Turians are the other Council races, currently the Asari and the Solarians. Council's associate races are at the bottom. The Human System Alliance is part of the last group. The ratio of Turian to Council to Associate Dreadnought is 5-3-1. For every Dreadnought a human is permitted to build, the Asari have 3 and the Turians have 5. Humanity and System Alliance. Systems Alliance, military jargon. Ashore. When a ship's crew... No, ashore. When... Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm tired. Jesus. Ashore. When a ship's crew leaves the vessel, they are ashore. Though normally used regarding planets, it can refer to boarding a space station. Away. When a ship releases the equipment tethering it to a space station or a surface dock, it is away. Aye aye. The proper way to acknowledge an order. If told to attack, the correct response is, aye aye, sir. If asked, are you proud to be a Marine? The correct response is, yes, sir. Dude, it's almost 12:30. I'm tired. I've had a long day, okay? ASAP, pronounced ASAP, an acronym of as soon as possible. Belay, stop or cease. Hold on a minute. How long is this? Okay, it's not that terrible. Bridge, the navigation center of the spaceship, where the steering is done. Captain's mast, non-judicial disciplinary proceedings by unit commanders. CIC, Combat Information Center, the command center of a spacecraft. The CIC is filled with sensor displays to make sense out of the chaos of combat. I'm glad to know that my penchant for fucking up the English language made you laugh. DC, damage control, the containment and repair of damage to a spacecraft. ECM, electronic countermeasures used to avoid enemy sensors, from passive emission masking to active jamming. EVA, extravehicular activity, time spent on a pressure suit outside of a vehicle, spacecraft, or station. Flank, the flank is the side of a military formation. Since the soldiers are facing elsewhere, an enemy that can attack on the flank can often turn it or roll it up. FNG, freaking new guys. A derisive term for an inexperienced personnel. Groundside, the surface of the planet. Helmsman, the crew member who pilots the ship. Ladder, light amplified detection and ranging, an active sensor that bounces lasers off of an object to determine its bearing and distance. Ladder has sufficient resolution that the data can be reconstructed into an image. Shore party, spaceship crew sent ashore on an official business. Silent running, an old submariner's term used aboard the Normandy to denote when stealth systems are active. SITREP, abbreviation for Situation Report, an evaluation of current military situation. Spacer, someone who has spent most of their life in space. XO, Executive Officer, the second in command of an Alliance warship. The XO is responsible for administrative and personal matters. Oh, and this is all the ships. Okay. Starships, Cruiser. Cruiserweight starships are standard combat units encountered away from large naval bases, the poor bloody infantry of most fleets. Nimble scout frigates have neither the punch nor the stamina to stand up to serious combat, and the mighty Dreadnought are a strategic resource, carefully hoarded and committed to the most critical of battles. Cruisers perform routine independent show-the-flag patrols in settled systems and lead flotillas of frigates in small engagements, such as pirate suppression campaigns. In major fleet engagements, cruiser squadrons support the Dreadnought battle line by screening their flank against enemy attempts to maneuver for a main gun bow shot from their vulnerable broadside. Alliance cruisers are usually named after the cities of Earth. The Dreadnought, the ultimate arbiter of space warfare. Millions of tons of metal, ceramic, and polymer dedicated to the projection of firepower against an enemy vessel of a like ability. No sane commander would face a Dreadnought with anything less than another Dreadnought. A Dreadnought's power lies in the length of its main gun. Dreadnoughts range from 800 meters to 1 kilometer long, with a main gun of consummate length. An 800-meter mass accelerator is capable of accelerating one 2-kilogram slug to the velocity of 283 kilometers a second every 2 seconds. Each slug has the kinetic energy of 38 kilotons of TNT, 3 times the energy released by the fission weapon that destroyed Hiroshima. When used to bombard a planet, some of this kinetic energy is lost due to atmospheric re-entry fiction. As a rule of thumb, each Earth atmosphere of air pressure saps approximately 20% of the projectile's impact energy. A Turian fleet presently has 37 dreadnoughts. The Asari has 21, and the Solarians 16. Humanity has 6, with an additional hull under construction at Arcturus Station. Alliance battleships are named for the mountains of Earth. Everest class, Everest, Fuji, Elbrus. Kilimanjaro class, Kilimanjaro, Taishan, Shasta, and Aconcagua under construction. Starship Fighters. Fighters are single-pilot combat small craft. They are lightweight enough that they can economically fitted with powerful Element Zero cores, making them capable of greater acceleration and sharper maneuvers than a starship. I don't know why I'm coughing so bad. Kinetic barrier shields charge starship battles from short, vicious bloodbaths to extended, indecisive slugging matches. Only the main gun of a dreadnought can punch through a mass accelerator slug through the barrier of an opposing dreadnought. This changed with the development of the fighter-class Mass Disruptor Torpedo, a short-range weapon that can penetrate kinetic barriers to destroy their projector assemblers. Starship Guardian defenses must be overwhelmed through swarm tactics. Fighter groups can take heavy casualties pressing their torpedo attacks home. Once fighter-launched torpedoes have crippled an enemy's barrier, the mass accelerators on a frigate and cruiser can make short work of them. Interceptors are a type of fighter optimized to attack other fighters, with no ability to damage a starship. Interceptors are used to screen friendly units from incoming fighter attacks. And lastly, the frigate. Frigate are light escort and scouting vessels. They often have extensive Guardian systems to provide anti-fighter screening for capital ships and carry a squad of Marines for security and groundside duty. Unlike other large vessels, frigates are able to land on a planet. Frigate drive systems allow them to achieve high FTL cruise speeds. They can also have proportionately larger thrusters and lighter design mass, allowing them to maneuver more handily. In combat, speed and maneuverability make a frigate immune to long-range fire of a larger vessel. In the time it takes a projectile to reach them, the frigate are no longer where they are projected to be. In fleet combat, frigates are organized into Wolfpack flotillas of 4 to 6. Wolfpacks speed through enemy formations, hunting the enemy vessels whose kinetic barriers have been taken down by the fighter-class launched disruptor torpedoes. The Wolfpack circle strafe vulnerable targets, using their superior speed and maneuverability to evade return fire. Alliance frigates are named after the great battles in human history. Now for the primary stuff. We'll start from the top and work our way down.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Salarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Also, something I do not think that this goes into. The Asari tend to be rather particular with the partners they take, because the Asari, as a race, do take on the traits of their partner species. So if someone has a particular penchant for martial combat, let's say, those genes can pass on to the Asari that is sired through this union. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, but anyone who has a prospect with an Asari, there's usually a reason that they want you. That's why I said, despite the fact that the Asari look so plain, they are an interesting species, and they are extremely powerful psychics.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Salarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Salarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Salarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Salarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Salarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Salarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
So, okay, a little bit of background because we've heard this brought up more than once. The genophage virus that they're talking about here, that's what stopped the Krogans. So, during the Rachni War, the Salarians were able to essentially genetically modify the Krogans to make them bigger, faster, stronger, tougher. And then with their obscene reproduction abilities, they were able to produce enough bodies to permanently exterminate the Rachni. However, that then also led to the Krogan rebellions later on. To counteract this, the Salarians, for the Turians, created the genophage virus, which essentially sterilized their entire population. Now, Krogans being born are exceedingly rare. But it stopped them. It stopped them cold. And the Krogans have a pretty big chip on their shoulder ever since. Not that I can blame them. They were used as tools and then thrown away just as quick. I'd be pissed too.
Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the Hive Queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the Queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy. In the early 20s, the Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys. The Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have 2 names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kaje, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language. When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs, biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
I've always found the Keepers, like as a concept, kind of interesting. But here's one of the big ones. This is the Krogans.
The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds, even though these worlds were already inhabited. The Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
See what I mean? There's a reason the Krogans have a massive chip on their shoulder. Though, in fairness, without the intervention of the Solarians, the Krogan would have probably killed themselves. They're effectively space barbarians. They fight, they kill, they fuck, repeat. All they know is war. But they're damn good at it. you want something done, you want somebody dead, you ask a Krogan. Anybody else, they ain't gonna get it done nearly as well. But that's part of why I love them so much. They're awesome.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the Pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth, and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
Which is exactly what you thought when you saw them, which is why it was so funny when you said, man, I thought that was a robot. No, the Quarians are flesh and blood. I assure you of that.
The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
Yeah, you were asking about those goofy envirosuits they have? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Because normal air is toxic to them. And yeah, like you heard, in low-pressure atmospheres, they'll just split open like an egg.
The Citadel. The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165. Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Feros to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population. Noveria is a cool, rocky world with most of its hydrosphere locked up in massive glaciers. A privately chartered colony world, the planet is owned by the Noveria Development Corporation Holding Company. The NDC is funded by investment capital from 24 high-technology development firms and administrated by an executive board representing their interests. The investors built remote hot labs in isolated locations across Noveria's surface. These facilities are used for research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere, as Noveria is technically not part of Citadel space and therefore exempt from Council law. By special arrangement, Citadel's special tactics and reconnaissance agents have been granted extraterritorial privileges, but it remains to be seen how committed the Executive Board is to that principle. Given its unique situation, it is understandable that Noveria is often implicated in all manner of wild conspiracy theories. There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the wake of this land grab were thousands of less hospitable worlds, each potentially rich with industrial resources. The wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped, waiting for corporate survey teams or independent pioneers to discover and exploit them. However, this is not an easy task. In addition to the environmental hazards, the fact that uncharted worlds are largely ignored makes them popular bases for criminals, revolutionaries, cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by galactic society.
And hostile native life forms. That's a big thing with Mass Effect 1 that the other ones don't really do. You can actually go down to the surface of the planets and actually explore them. Not all the life there is friendly, and quite a bit of it wants you dead. I don't know if they changed anything with the re-release for this game, but we're gonna find out, because going through those Uncharted worlds is very much worth the work, especially if you can get down there to do a side quest or kill some of the hostile life forms there. There's all kinds of stuff you can find, which is something we will be poignantly doing.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel Council. It is optimized for scouting and reconnaissance missions in unstable regions, using state-of-the-art stealth technology. For most ships, the heat generated through standard operations is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, is able to temporarily sink this heat within the hull. Combined with refrigeration of the exterior hull, the ship can travel undetected for hours, or drift passively for days of covert observation. This is not without risk. The stored heat must eventually be radiated, or it will build to levels capable of cooking the crew alive. Another component of the stealth system is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a Mass Effect core twice the standard size. The Tantalus drive generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move without the use of heat-emitting thrusters.
The perfect ship for covert stealth operations, reconnaissance, and if necessary, tactical assassination. The Normandy is a beautiful ship, and we are lucky to be piloting her.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create Mass Effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce Mass Effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system. An artificial intelligence is a self-aware computing system capable of learning and independent decision-making. Creation of a conscious AI requires adaptive code, a slow, expensive education, and a specialized quantum computer called a blue box. An AI cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network. Without its blue box, an AI is no more than data files. Loading these files into a new blue box will create a new personality, as variations in the quantum hardware and runtime results create unpredictable variations. The Geth serve as a cautionary tale against the dangers of rogue AI, and in Citadel space, they are technically illegal. Advocacy groups argue, however, that an AI is a living, conscious entity, deserving the same rights as organics. They argue that continued use of the term artificial is institutionalized racism on the part of organic life. The term synthetic is considered the politically correct alternative.
Man, that's a lot of $5 words with a lot of double-loaded meanings there. Considering that, from our own personal experience, there's just a lot of casual racism going on between all the different races here. Even humanity isn't exempt from it. Everybody just kind of hates each other, which ain't great.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common. Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Yeah, no, that tracks. I figured going through the Codex was going to be a long process here, but we're almost done.
Combat. All modern infantry weapons, from pistols to assault rifles, use micro-scaled mass accelerator technology. Projectiles consist of tiny metal slugs suspended within a mass-reducing field, accelerated by magnetic force to speeds that inflict kinetic damage. The ammo magazine is a simple block of metal. The gun's internal computer calculates the mass needed to reach the target based on distance, gravity, and atmospheric pressure, then shears off an appropriate-sized slug from the block. A single block can supply thousands of rounds, making ammo a non-issue during any engagement. Top-line weapons also feature smart targeting that allows them to correct for weather and environment. Firing on a target in a howling gale feels the same as it does on a calm day at the practice range. Smart targeting does not mean a bullet will automatically find the mark every time the trigger is pulled. It only makes it easier for the marksman to aim.
That's why these guns don't have a traditional ammo system. You can basically shoot until the gun itself overheats. Also, you heard that right. These aren't bullets that are being fired. They're miniature shards of metal that are basically being shot with the force of a kinetic railgun. Every single time you get hit, you're probably getting some pretty bad internal damage, if not outright dead, depending on where you get shot or hit. That's why most people have those kinetic barriers. That will stop most of the impact, and then all your squishy bits underneath are safe. At least until the shield breaks, and then you die. Yeah, exactly. And then depending on the gun depends on how much metal shards you get hit with. Obviously, if you get hit with a shotgun, well, that's a cone of high-pressure metal that's heading your way in a cone pattern. Good luck dodging that. But then by proxy, if you get hit with something like a sniper rifle, well, you just got hit with something that was meant to punch through tanks, cracking into your skull. Uh-huh. Exactly. And an assault rifle is just a rapid-fire metal storm. That's how these guns work. Pretty crazy, huh? That's it? Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no. Okay. We've got more. This must have just opened up. Alright. Bionics. Bionic amps. Bionics manipulate Mass Effect fields using dozens of Element Zero nodules within their nervous system that react to electric stimuli from the brain. Amplifiers allow bionics to synchronize the nodules so that they can form fields large and strong enough for practical use. Amplifiers can also improve a specific discipline or talent. An implement is a surgically embedded interface port into which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implement is usually placed at the base of the skull for convenient access, though the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. Implant ports can fit a variety of amps, and there is a growing market for modifications and add-ons. The finest quality implements and amps are manufactured by Asari artisans, but the Alliance's L3 implants, first deployed in 2170, are a significant step forward. We're almost done here, dude, I promise. Communications. Real-time communication is possible thanks to the network of expansive mass relay comm buoys that can daisy-chain a transmission via lasers. Comm buoys are maintained in patterns built outward from each mass relay. The buoys are little more than a cluster of primitive miniature mass relays. Each individual buoy is connected to a partner on another buoy in the network, forming a corridor of low mass space. Tight beam communication lasers are piped through these tubes of FTL space, allowing virtually instantaneous communication to anywhere in the network. The networks connect across regions by communicating lasers through the mass relays. With this system, the only communication delay is the light lag between the source or destination and the closest buoy. So as long as all parties are within half a light second, or 150,000 kilometers of the buoys, seamless real-time communication is possible. Since the buoys are maintained in all travel areas, most enjoy unlimited instant communication. Ships only suffer communication lag when operating off-established deep space routes around uninhabited outer systems, gas giants, and other unsettled areas. During wartime, comm buoy networks are the first targets of attack. Once the network is severed, it can take anywhere from weeks to years to get a message out at a constant out of a contested system. In systems where a buoy network has not yet been built or has been destroyed, rapid communication means ferrying information through high-speed courier ships and unmanned data drones. Communications administration. While comm buoys allow for rapid transmission, there is a finite amount of bandwidth available. Given that trillions of people may be trying to pass a message through a given buoy at one time, access to the network is parceled out in priority tiers. The Citadel Council and the Spectres have absolute priority. If they are using all the bandwidth, everyone else has to wait. Individual governments and their military enjoy the next highest tier. During wartime, civilian communication can suffer hours or even days of lag. Intelligence agencies study ping time through various systems to predict military buildup. Below the government and military, bandwidth priority is sold to the highest bidder. Media conglomerates, particularly headline news networks, purchase high priority to provide their viewers with timely information. Corporations that require timely information and response capability, for example, financial institutes and investment firms, also invest heavily in priority access. The funds acquired through sales of bandwidth are used to maintain and expand the communication infrastructure. While everyone with a computer has guaranteed free and unlimited access to the Galactic Extranet, they are last in line for bandwidth and may have to wait for their request to be processed. Bandwidth resale corporations use investment capital to purchase blocks of high-priority access, made available by a paid subscription. Credits, or creds for short. The standard credit was established by the Citadel Unified Banking Act as a currency of interstellar trade. The credit has managed a floating exchange rate, calculated in real time by the central bank to maintain average value of all participating currencies. Some regional currencies are worth more than a credit, and some less. Hard currency can be stolen or counterfeit, so electronic fund transmissions are the norm. More importantly, physical transactions cannot be easily tracked, making them ideal for tax evasion or purchase of illegal goods. When alliances joined the Citadel, its various national treasures were linked to the credit network. A human with a bank account of a Mexican peso, Japanese yen, or an Indian rupee can purchase any item priced in credits at fair market value. All economies that participate in the credit network are required to price an item both in local currency and in credits. Alright, that's it. We're done with the codex for right now. Let's save the game and call it a session. Especially since my throat is starting to hurt, and Sonya has been driving me nuts this whole time. She must have jumped in and out of this room 50 times while I was doing all this, and I love her to bits, but sometimes she does this just to yank my chain. So for now, this is where we'll call it a night. I gotta deal with her and the girls anyway. It's getting late. You go get some sleep, alright, Deej? We'll either pick this up tomorrow, or Wednesday, or whenever you're next available. You take it easy, alright? I love you very much, little brother. Go get some sleep, and I will talk to you later. Thank you all very much for tuning in and watching, especially all the new people that showed up. I really appreciate that. Have a fantastic night, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everyone.